It's going to be sweet. All right, ready? Oh, you are recording. All right. What's up, guys? Had to say it anyway, didn't I, Paul? All right, I did. What I wanted to do today, I don't care about the mess, guys. This is what happens, right? What I wanted to show to you today, not a lot of people get to see, and this is a Kimco 450. It's a side-by-side Kimco 450 engine, and what we're doing with this is we are parting this machine. So what I wanted to show you, other than my mess, is what it looks like when a motor's completely exploded on my bench. It's a super cool thing. So I wanted to show you guys like everything right down to the transmission, how the transmission, you got your shift forks, move these dogs back and forth, which is what engages the gears. Obviously the crankshaft, which is awesome. Okay. You know, if you guys ever need parts, I know I said I wasn't going to sell you guys anything in this video, but if you need parts, I'm your guy. We're your guy, not me. We're your guy. All right. So you got your crankcases, stuff like that. Cool. So check this cool stuff out over here. When you guys part an engine, everything from the timing chains, we actually double check the timing chains. I never recommend reusing a used timing chain, but definitely the timing chain guides. You guys ever need timing chains or anything along those lines? We actually remove the valves. We inspect the valves to make sure that they're not bent. We make sure they're not pitted. We double check. We sell the springs and the cap separate. This is cool. Flywheel starter clutches. I know you guys have seen these before. So when you engage a starter, what happens is the starter hits this, and this is bolted to the back side of a flywheel, and this spins one way, but not the other. That right there is called a one-way starter clutch. Don't know if y'all have ever seen that. If you ever go to start your machine and it cracks real loud, crack, 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 what that is this is the one-way starter clutch. These dogs, which kind of look, you see they're kind of one way. Those dogs in there, they break, and that's what actually causes it. So you need these parts. If you ever got a Kimco 450, it does that. We got your oil pumps in here. Got your main drive gears. This is an actual drive shaft. This is actually a drive shaft. It's inside. Look at this part, Paul. I know you've taken one of these in on order. This right here is this is the #1 most failed parts in most UTVs. This is a centrifugal slipper clutch. What this thing here does is that this is bolted to the crankshaft, and when it spins, what happens is there's springs in here, okay? And this weight slings out, and it's in oil, so it's, it spins real nice, but it's got clutch material on it, so that when you're revving it up, what happens is it hits this drum. So you see, as it revs up, it hits this drum, and then this starts spinning. A lot of people, when you leave your machine in low, or you leave your machine in high, and you're hooked to a tree, or you're hooked to a trailer, you guys just, like, I don't want to use low gear. What happens is you're slipping and slipping and slipping and slipping this thing turns purple. Instantly we know that you guys slip your clutches, okay? But these things here, they wear out. So what's nice about when we tear down machines, if there's no discoloration, oh, I said that right. That's actually quite impressive. I always mess that up. No discoloration. We know that these clutches never been slipped, and you can tell by the material if it's got a lot of life left in it. So super cool for you guys to see what an actual slipper clutch looks like. Cool, huh? Work our way across. We even sell the cylinders. What we do is we measure the cylinders. We look for wear and tear on the piston. Now, obviously, don't recommend reusing the pistons, but when we sell these, we measure the bore of the cylinder, so that way when you guys go to our website, you can see what size bore the cylinder is. We take pictures inside and out. Oh, let's keep going. Over here's the head. I know it's buried, but it ain't hurting it. So the head, what we'll do is we'll completely wash this, and we'll look for cracks. We'll look to make sure that there's no damage to the bottom of the valve seats. And then this part here will be something that we would obviously sell in our salvage company, and it would come with a warranty. So if you guys ever need heads, here they are. Now keep in mind, if you guys ever buy a part, this is good. Ready for this? If you guys ever buy a part off our website and you're like, hey, where do I get the gaskets from? Where do I get the seals from? Where do I get like the little extra things to get you going, like your oils and your fluids? We can take care of all that because we are a dealership. So we do have a salvage company, but we also are a salvage company. So when you guys buy the used parts from us, give our parts manager a call. He can actually hook you up with the gaskets, all the gaskets that you need, your seals, your rubber, everything you need. We can actually drop ship it straight to you for a real low cost. Even stators. So our stator assemblies, check this out. Oh, this is cool. You guys ready for lesson 101? Oh, do you know what this is? Stator. So you got your flywheel, right? Your flywheel spins. Your flywheel, which has magnets in here, positive, negative, right? Yeah, positive, negative. Yeah, that's close enough. What happens is this thing rotates, creates energy in this stator. Then the stator puts an output into the machine, which is what charges the charging system, charges the battery. But then there's this little thing called a pickup coil. You guys ever heard of that? Pickup coil? Check this out. The pickup coil, I'm going to, watch your fingers, that thing will get you. Ha! Almost got me. The trigger coil goes across these things called, this is a phase, it's a long story, I'm not going to explain it to you, it's way too complicated. But this thing right here, what it does is it senses where these dots are, and when it gets to a blank spot, it tells the CDI box, which is the brain, ECM, ECU, CDI box, they all do the same thing. It actually tells the brain when to fire. So this flywheel has two purposes. It charges on the inside, but it has a trigger coil, pickup coil, whatever you want to call it. There's all sorts of terms. This right here tells it when to fire. That's super cool, huh?
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I knew this would be an informational video. I knew it would be really good. All sorts of covers. Now, all of our parts get washed right here in our wash bay. So all of our parts are completely washed. We run it right through here. And then the parts get drained here. But you see here what we do, check this out. We label all of our parts, left, front, right, rear. We label it with a color zip tie. And then we make sure that the parts don't come off once it has already gone through the bay. All of our parts are inspected before they get put up here. Obviously, we already know what the miles and hours are on that. We already know, if there's any problems with our parts, we actually notate them here. So this is how we organize our process. So for those of you who want to do what we're doing, we organize our process with these red tags. So if there's any kind of problem with the wiring harness as we're taking it apart, we'll identify the part with a red tag. And then once the tag gets identified in the shipping, hold on, I ain't taking this out. I always do this. Once it gets notified and seen in the picturing department, we actually take pictures of this and we make notes as to what's wrong with the part. Even though the part's damaged, we still send it through the process. We just might price it a little bit different. But this is pretty much a little bit of our process. I want to share it with you guys. Check out the website, allaroundperformance.com for more.